So how many double game week players should we have ahead of FPL Game Week 24? That all-important double game week with Liverpool and Everton. We're going to be ranking from best to worst my best double game week players going into that weekend. And how many should you have as well? How many players should we be looking to bring in for this double game week? Because it's only one double game, it's only one team playing. Should we be stacking up on Liverpool and Everton players? Let's find out in this video. If you're an FPL fan and you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe down below. It'd be very much appreciated. I'm starting off with our first player. It's got to be Mohamed Salah. I don't even need to speak about him a lot. We've all got him already, let's be honest. Obviously, blind against Nottingham Forest, which is disappointing, but there's no way we are ever going to be getting rid of Salah anytime soon anyway, especially ahead of this double game week. Salah is going nowhere. We already have him. We know he's the number one choice. Number two choice for me might sound crazy, but I think it's Jordan Pickford, because Everton have been decent defensively overall this season. Obviously, David Moyes is now taking charge. They lost 1-0 yesterday to Aston Villa. But overall, Pickford's done very well over the course of the season. Second highest point scoring keeper to Sells. And of course, with that double game week, he does probably look like the best goalkeeper option going forward for at least the next few weeks. And beyond that, it might be Sells. But Jordan Pickford, as I say, he got the most points last season as a goalkeeper last season. Second most points so far this season. And with that double game week coming up, I think he's a great option. Also, as well, it's worth knowing that Alisson is a good option as well, to be fair. For me, it's just I want to have a way into that Everton double game week as well. For me, Pickford's the number one shout for the Everton side. So that's the reason why we're going for Pickford. As I say, if you want to go for Alisson, because obviously he's nailed on, he's going to play every game when he's fit. Of course, that's a good option as well. But Jordan Pickford for me is the best Everton option. Our second might sound crazy, but I'm actually going to go for Cody Gakpo. Now, he's started every single game week since game week 12. He does sometimes get substituted early, probably more often than not. But if you get two games at 60, 70 minutes out of Cody Gakpo and he starts them both, it's definitely not bad at all. And at 7.4 million, there's not as many forwards options as there is midfielder options. It's difficult to fit a Luis Diaz in, and Luis Diaz isn't as nailed as a Cody Gakpo. Luis Diaz has been the one getting substituted recently. So I do like the look of Cody Gakpo, and he's been in very good form as well, scoring against United, scoring against West Ham, and scoring against Leicester as well. So 3 in his last 4 with an assist as well. He's in good form. He's starting every week, and with that double game week coming up, I do think he is probably just about the second best Liverpool option in my opinion. As for the third best option, it is another Liverpool player, and for me, it actually is Konaté. We're going to talk about Trent a bit more in a second, but Konaté, when he's fit, he is the starting centre-back for Liverpool week in, week out. He honestly doesn't seem to pick Joe Gomez or Quanta in that centre-back position when they're all fully fit. So it's just a question of can Konaté keep building his match fitness. Obviously, he's only just got back from injury in game week 20. He got substituted early against Nottingham Forest as a tactical change. So it's another one to just wait and see. We can bring him in maybe game week 23 when he's playing against Ipswich. It's a good time to bring him in ahead of that fixture. And obviously, they've got that double game week against Bournemouth and then Everton. And Konaté as well, he's that cheap way into that Liverpool defence, only 5.1 million. In comparison to Trent, we're going to talk about in a minute, being up and above £7 million. So Konaté being a cheap way into that Liverpool defence with a double game week coming up, I do think he looks like a good option, to be fair. Now it's best time to discuss Trent Alexander-Arnold. I put him as my fourth option. Now, he could very easily go ahead of Konaté again, but it depends on how Liverpool get on and see who's going to be playing in the next few games with Conor Bradley, see what the minutes are going to be like with Conor Bradley and Trent in the next 2 weeks. Trent's someone that I might be moving on from my team personally. It's just 7.2 million is a lot of money to be put into a defender who isn't returning enough to justify his price tag, in my opinion. When you compare him to 7 million midfielders, it doesn't really compare too much at the moment with the form that they're in compared to the form that Trent's in. I know we got a 15-pointer against West Ham in game week 19, but since then it's been frustrating. He does look dangerous at times. He looked dangerous against Nottingham Forest, and he could have very well come away with something, but that hasn't happened anywhere near enough over the course of the season. So for me, Konaté, with him being 2.1 million cheaper, just edges it over Trent Alexander, who you can't guarantee is going to start both of the matches in a double game. You'd expect him to, but I think Konaté's chances are higher of starting the double game week over Trent Alexander-Arnold personally. And then I'm putting these two together, Luis Diaz and Diogo Jota. They're both on a wait and see, like they're on the watch list as a wait and see, because Luis Diaz got subbed off early. Jota came on, scored from his first touch from the corner. So Jota could very well come back into the side very, very quickly, and it could be Luis Diaz on the bench. It was definitely a wait and see with the Liverpool assets, but you are, with Jota and Diaz, it's a recipe for disaster at some point. They're going to get dropped, they're going to get rested or whatever, and it's just frustrating to own them both, as it probably will be frustrating to own Cody Gakpo, because obviously there's 4 attackers going between 3 positions. You've just got to hope in the double game week that the player that you pick gets the most minutes. But I think Cody Gakpo clears Jota and Luis Diaz as it stands. but they're both not bad options. But I'm personally not looking at Luis Diaz or Jota at the moment. They're just on the watch just to wait and see. But for me, how many players should we be owning? I will be having a Mo Salah, Jordan Pickford, and then Trent Alexander-Arnold or Konaté, and a Cody Gakpo. So 4 players I am potentially looking at for the double game week 24. Let me know how many you're thinking of in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.